dawn's early light, where the whiskey whispers secrets and the stars fear to tread. She stands by the doorway, shadow and white, with vows made of venom and roses once red. And dust devils dance where the chapel once stood, and the train's lonesome whistle moans her grief to the cold. In the silvery gleam of that cursed silent wood lies the story of a love bought, betrayed, and resolved. Oh, widow's heart, keep your ghostly vow, sworn over graves where the lost lovers lay. By the burnt church's bell, she's calling him now to the town that the maps and the good folks betray. Underneath that dead oak where they swore to be true lies a ring and a bullet, a story untold. He promised her stars but gave the night's cruel hue. Her bed now a ledger of debts, cold as gold. Her groom found in darkness, his whispers like rust. In a barroom's cruel laughter, her fate turned to dust. Through a curtain of tears she watched love turn to lust. Now the prairie winds howl for the just, does she trust? Oh, widow's heart, curse your bitter vow, bound by the shadows where old lovers stray. By the burned church's silence, she's haunting him now, in a ghost town where hope and the damned souls wait. Under the weeping moon, she finds her old flame with a gun and a Bible. Her tears turn to wrath. In the silence between them, she whispers his name, a vow made in darkness, a straight, vengeful path. A shot in the desert, a fall in the dust, an echo that carries through bones and through rust. The widow's lone vow takes its toll as it must. Love's ledger now settled, she turns from the past. Oh, widow's heart, rest your weary vow. Leave the cursed lands where the cold spirits play. By the burnt church's shadow, peace finds her somehow, in a silent desert where old debts are paid.
In the shadow of the valley, where the stone church lies in ash, whiskey bottles tell the stories, and the wind sings songs of past. Dancing boots stir up the dust storms on the roads where no one's bound. Goes to twilight, silent witness under that black sun going down. Dancing with black sun under its fiery gaze, lost souls entwined in a cursed ballet. Love and vengeance in a tango of pain. With every step we're just dancing in vain. Long ago a loving whisper turned to screams in the dark night. Betrayal's knife, it cut so deep, set abandoned hearts alight. Through the stillness of the desert, the train whistles still cry, echoing the moans of lovers who never got to say goodbye. Dancing with black sun, with shadows at my side, a whirlwind of memories nowhere to hide. Each silhouette a story of will never be. In the heart of the desert, no one hears the plea. amidst forgotten graves. Fate resumes, the gun in my hand, the ghost in my sights. Tonight the past is set to right. Dancing with black sun, revenge a bitter friend, twirling towards my haunted end. Flames lick the sky from the church once burned under black sun. Alone I learned, so I dance with shadows and I dance with ghosts in silent deserts. I host their lost toast, dancing with black sun till my tales are done. In the heat of the silence, I am the lonely one. In the shadow of the Sarah spine, where the wind whispers sins of the brine, stood a town with souls hollow and cold, under skies that weep, stories untold. Whiskey bottles lay, dreams all but damned. Ghosts walk the streets of this cursed land. Blood on the cursed land under a blackened sky. Forgotten graves hum the coyote's cry. Lost love's a tale told by the restless sand. Oh, the devil dances in this cursed land. There's a tale of a man heart led astray by love that cruel fate stole away. In the churchyard by the sycamore, burned out prayers, love lives no more. Echoes of a train like a morning band, screams slice the silence of the cursed land. Blood on the cursed land under a vengeful moon. Each whistle wails out forsaken tune. Revenge a path laid with a trembling hand. Oh, the night house deep in this cursed land. Gunpowder scent, a last stand so grand. In the heart of the desert, a final stand. Blood on the cursed land, where lost souls roam, each step taken closer to an unearthly home. Silence now reigns where once he made his stand, just a whisper lost in the cursed land. In the shadow of the mesa,
where the sun forgets to rise. Dead Man's Valley sleeps beneath the cloak of starless skies. Whiskey bottles and forgotten graves lined up like silent guards. Echoes of the pistols crack the dealing of the cards. Oh, Valley, hear my mournful cry across your barren lands, where ghostly whispers fill the air like prayers from trembling hands. I came for gold, for glory found under your cursed moon. Left my heart and broke my bones in the dust of your monsoon. A lover's vow so sweetly sworn beneath the old church bell turned to ash when she betrayed with the outlaw I knew well. Through burning churches, storming dust, my revenge did bide its time. Train whistles moan a lonesome tune to my sins and her crime. Oh, Valley, hear my vengeful creed through your silent storms, where shadows play in twisted shapes and dark history forms. Once a haven, now a grave, for the love I chose to spurn. In your desolate embrace, I discern what men must learn. There by the creek I faced him down, the devil's wind did howl. 2 shots fired in the gloom, a third carried by the owl. His shadow fell, my love did flee, nowhere left to roam. Dead Man's Valley, take my soul, make this ghost your home. Oh, Valley, I'm your prodigal beneath your cursed sky. I've laid to rest my vengeful ghost, and yet I cannot die in your silent sacred sands. With my tales of pain, Dead Man's Valley holds me fast in its lonesome spectral chain. In the shadow of the moon, where the dead cacti stand, lies a valley veiled in dust, known as the Cursed Land. Whiskey bottles clinking in the grip of ghostly hands, train whistles moan a tune that only the lost can understand. Midnight strikes like a solemn bell. In this haunted haven we dance with hell. Echoes of the betrayed under a spell. Revenge stirs the dust where the dark secrets dwell. A fading town where the church painted in ash, once alive with love, now succumbed to a backstabber's slash. Silent streets tell tales of a paradise crashed. Last prayers whispered, faith cruelly dashed. Midnight
strikes, the past unfurls. Among the rubble, the smoke still curls. The wind sings sorrow to the ghostly girls. In their eyes, the flame of vengeance swirls. At the edge of despair, facing the ghost of those who once cared. The truth as sharp as the cold night air. Avenge or forgive, a choice laid bare. Midnight in the cursed land, a tale of dust and bone, where every forgotten grave is a story eternally alone. I choose the path of the weary, let my sins atone. In the cursed silence I embrace the unknown.
Out here where the shadows meld with the dirt, in a ghost town with the stories untold. The sun bleeds red over cursed land. Whiskey bottles lay with the secrets they hold. Dust devils dance where the church used to stand. Train whistle moan through the silent expanse. Forgotten graves underfoot, whispering sins as the twilight flickers in a deadly romance.
Hear those whispers in the ashes, calling out the past. Faded voices of the damned, seeking peace at last. Each ember tells a tale of love that's turned to rust. Whispers in the ashes, rising with the dust. She was an angel, or so I believed. Her laughter once echoed a melody sweet, but betrayals of venom that festers and sees found her true colors in the lies she'd weave. A lover's pact written under blood moon's light turned to a double cross by the dawn's early rise. Now every burned out building to every forsaken night holds the echo of her deceit and goodbye. Hear those whispers in the ashes, calling out the past. Faded voices of the damned, seeking peace at last. Each ember tells a tale of love that's turned to rust. Whispers in the ashes, rising with the dust. In the heart of the desert I face my ghost, the mirage of a memory, the specter I loathe. I poured the whiskey on the ground where we kissed, set fire to the past, let the flames reminisce. Now whispers in the ashes, lay your spirits to rest. No more haunting, no more sorrow in the silent desert's breast. Let the wind carry away all that once was us. Whispers in the ashes, settled into dust.
In the shadow of the valley where the cold wind moans, Dust dances with the whispers of the forsaken bone. The ghost town sleeps under a moonless sky, while a lone bottle clinks in the silence. Here am I, midnight in the lost love, where hearts come to bleed. Underneath the willow's well, where the dark secrets feed. The train whistles a lonesome cry, cuts through the cursed night. Midnight in the lost love, where nothing turns out right. Once a church stood proudly neath the hill so steep. Now it's just charred embers and promises we couldn't keep. Her laughter echoes through the chapel's burnt-out shell, a tale of a love turned sour, a heavenly dive to hell. Midnight in the lost love, where shadows trace my fear, where whiskey drowns the memory that burned behind my tear. The silence speaks in volume of the tales that no one writes. Midnight in the lost love, a ghost in the fading light. At the edge of town, by the forgotten graves, I face the dusty mirror of my soul's unending ways. I've wandered through this silence where time itself has bled, on paths where even angels fear to tread. Midnight in the lost love, where I've come to face my fate. The past grips like a noose, but now the hour's getting late. No more will her betrayal the depths of my mind ignite. At midnight in the lost love, I'm the shadow in the night, forever bound to roam neath this curse I cannot fight.
Out where the shadows stretch along and lean, under a sky bare as old bones stripped clean, the ghost town whistles its eerie lore, echoes of steps that tread no more. Whiskey bottles lie in the sand, spilled secrets of a forsaken land. Whispers in the hollow sky, calling me by name. Curse her winds, they testify to a land that's lost to flame. Every dusk a muted cry from lips that speak in vain. Whispers in the hollow sky sing a lonesome, haunted refrain. The church once proud now flames, a testament to playing wicked games. Her love was a dagger hidden in a smile so sweet, left me a wanted man wandering in defeat. By a crumbling well I recall her face, forgotten graves moan her embrace. Whispers in the hollow sky haunting me again.
and deserts keep the lie of what we might have been. Every star a broken sigh, a tale of might have been. Whispers in the hollow sky, echo sins washed thin. Where the old train cries, I face the devil in her angel's guise. The truth struck sharp like the desert's cold. Revenge, a story in my blood retold. A bullet's echo, a soft goodbye. Silence fell neath the hollow sky. Whispers in the hollow sky, no more they speak my name. Desert's breath, the final sigh, ends this wretched game. Dawn breaks on my alibi as shadows claim their fame. Whispers now forever lie in the hollow sky. I stake my claim. Each line aims to evoke the haunting, the eerie atmosphere of a life marked by betrayal and the pursuit of vengeance. Grounded in a landscape barren and spectral, swirling with the ghosts of the past. The silent desert, neath the moonlit sky, rode I through the whispers of sand where the old ghosts lie. Whiskey bottle clanking at my side, a lonesome friend past the burning churchyard gates where souls ascend. Riding through the midnight train, echoes call my name. Steel tracks to redemption or a path to my shame. Each whistle cuts the silence like the truths I can't reclaim. On this midnight train to nowhere, just shadows in the flame. Once loved a girl as fierce as the desert storm. Her betrayal, a thunderbolt, left my heart torn. In a ghost town we vowed under starlit canvas. Now she's just a whisper in the dust, treacherous as Judas. Riding through the midnight train, rolling through the pain. The stars look down in sorrow as I flee from my disdain. This iron beast my chariot through cursed land and rain. On this midnight train to nowhere, with my sins to entertain. At the crossroads of my reckoning, by the forgotten graves, I face the mirror of my soul. Through the dust storms I pray. Her shadow haunts my dreams on these cold steel waves. The heart seeks vengeance, but the spirit craves saves.
dark and haunting, the tones of my tale in the echoes of the train where the nightingales wail. In the heart of the whispering sands, I walk where the stories are drowned. Ghost towns cradle the cursed lands, whiskey bottles lay scattered around. The sun bleeds red over scorched earth, the burning churches, their sins unforgiven. I'm a silhouette trailing the dirt, chasing echoes of the life I've been missing. Beneath the desert wind, secrets like coal. Underneath the starless glow, dust to behold. I hear the train whistle like a ghost sing, calling me to avenge what's been stolen. Beneath the desert wind, loved a girl as wild as a storm, in a town too parched for dreams. Betrayal came in a friend's form, left nothing but her scream. By an old forgotten grave we swore, but his bullet told me he lied. Now every dusk I wage this war, a shadow with nothing inside. Beneath the desert wind, pain cuts so cold through the silence of my wrath. Stories retold. That train whistle mourns like a hymn for the love lost and the hearts turned cold. Beneath the desert wind, at the crossroads, dusters beneath my feet, face to face with the ghost from my past. Gun heavy with the truth I must grieve. Only one shadow will last. Beneath the desert wind, I find my fate in the heart of the land where the night be-rains. The train whistles fade like a whispering sin. Revenge or forgive, the hour grows late. Beneath the desert wind.
In the quiet dead of night, beneath the ghostly pale moonlight, a whistle cuts the silence like a noose drawn tight and right. Dusty boots step on board, his shadow long and lean, on the midnight train to nowhere, through lands cursed and unseen. No mercy in the midnight train, it rolls through barren lands, haunted by the whispers of men with bloodstained hands. A whiskey bottle at his feet, his heart is cold as the desert air. No mercy in the midnight train, just the weight of despair. Once loved a girl with fire in her eyes, in a a town now burned and lost. Betrayal's price was heavy, a line forever crossed. In a churchyard left forgotten, where the wild violets dare to grow, lies the secret of his sorrow. Only the midnight winds now know. No mercy in the midnight train, it screams like the haunted past. Each mile a reminder that nothing good shall last. Dust storm in his soul, a ghost town in his mind. No mercy in the midnight train, no peace will he ever find. In the flicker of the cabin light, he faces who he's become. A man shaped by vengeance under the indifferent stars above. The train rattles onward as he clutches the locket's chain, last memento of a love that drowned in the pouring rain. No mercy in the midnight train, a tale of a heart turned to stone, on tracks that lead to nowhere, forever damned to roam. With every clacking clatter, echoes of his fate unwind. No mercy in the midnight train, just the ghost he's left behind. This song tells a story of loss and the relentless pursuit of a haunted past, driven by the rhythm of a train that offers no redemption, moving through landscapes as desolate as the man's own heart.
Out where the dust storms cover up the sun, I walk alone, my shadow weighs a ton. Whiskey bottle empty lies cracked upon the ground. Each step whispers stories in this ghost town I've found. Buried in the dusty boots beneath the cursed land, fate's written in the sand with a gun in my trembling hand. Echoes of a train whistle calling out to lost souls in silent deserts where the wind forever moans. Found an old church, its bell silent and burned. Memories of love lost and the bitter lessons learned. She was a wildfire, her touch both warm and cold. Now just a whispered betrayal in stories left untold. Bare in the dusty booths underneath the starlit expanse, revenge stirs the night, give the shadows a chance. Hear a train whistle fading like the pulse of a ghost heart. In these silent deserts, even death can part. Face to face with my reflection in a shard of glass, haunted by what I've become, shadows of the past.
whispers turn to shouts in the vortex of my mind. A showdown looming, not leaving this curse behind. Dusty boots where my grave quietly waits, acceptance in the silence as the cold night abates. Trains cry like a lullaby in the vastness of the night. In the heart of the desert, I embrace the fading light. In the shadow of a dying sun, the dust rose like a ghost. A whiskey whispers on the wind, past the town folks' hollow toast. A trail of blood and silver beneath the crescent moon's pale light. 6 bullets in my pocket, tonight the devil claims his right. 6 bullets of fate, in the chamber they wait for the echo of the past, in the shadows that they cast, through the silence of the graves and the whispers of the betrayed. These 6 bullets of fate, each a verdict I must say. The preacher's daughter knew my name, her eyes a wildfire's burn, but love's sweet tale turned bitter on the night of no return. A brother's vow broken, a viper's deadly bite. He left me in the dust, swore I wouldn't see the light. 6 bullets of fate, vengeance won't obey. Lost love's cry under the haunting sky, in a ghost town's prayer where shadows mesh. These 6 bullets of fate, with revenge they made. By the forgotten graves, I heard the train's mournful wail, each whistle a reminder of how even the brave can fail. Face to face with my betrayer, the church bell tolled for thee. 2 shadows in the doorway, only one would leave free. 6 bullets of fate, now only 5 away. One found its home in the traitor's dome, with the fire that I breathe and the peace I now eat. These remaining bullets of fate, my soul they liberate. So here I stand with bloodied hand beneath the desert stars, my heart's silent bars, a gunslinger's tale on the cursed trail. With 6 bullets of fate, I close the gate. Blood-red sky in nowhere town, the sun burns low Ghosts don't make a sound. A bottle of rye in my shaking grip. Memories play like a black and white clip. Tracks run cold through the heart of the waste. Each whistle's a scream, each mile erased. Whiskey and smoke, my comfort, my cloak. In a land of lost souls, I'm a shadow of a bloke. With every sip, I see her face. In the curl of the smoke, her tender grace. Whiskey and smoke, under stars I invoke the tale of a love, now just cinders and choke. She danced through the chapel with fire in her eyes, promises spoken under stormy skies. But the preacher was crooked and the vows were a lie. By dawn it was clear it was a kiss or die. Left her veil in the desert next to my trust. All that remains is dust and rust. Whiskey and smoke veil the pain like a cloak. Her laughter now echoes a cruel cosmic joke. With each burning sip, the past awaits. In the haze of the smoke, my heartache stakes. Whiskey and smoke, in shadows I'm soaked, haunted by love and the words we never spoke. At the edge of town where the old church burned, I faced the ghosts, each stone overturned. The flame in my heart met the cold night air, found nothing but silence, her absence laid bare. Whiskey and smoke, they shield, they provoke. In a curtain of ashes I'm hiding my yoke, till the bottle runs dry. In the smoke I'll abide, a silhouette lost to the night's rising tide. Whiskey and smoke, this life's no joke. Bound by the past, in its chains I'll forever choke.
Out where the wind whispers moans through the ghost town. Streets empty as the bottles in my hand last night thrown down. Train whistles cry like the haunted tales they say. Whiskey breath and dusty boots leads a man astray. In the shadow of the church where the fire still burns lies a heart scorned by the lesson never learned. Silent grave ballad sung by the damned and the saved. Every whispered note a secret from the grave. Her love was a mirage, a sweet desert rose with thorns. Promised forever, left me nothing but scorn. A storm rolled in, the sky scornful and gray. Found her whispers in the wind, but her shadow slipped away. Under the steeple smoke where our sins lay in the ash, I recall the firelight in her eyes gone in a flash. Silent grave ballad echoes of a love that craved, each lingering melody crafted by the betrayed. There by the forgotten graves I face my woe. Ghost of her laughter, specter in the afterglow. Gun heavy in hand, heart heavier with each step. Cursed land, take this soul too weary to have kept. Around the burning church, the night air heavy and stale. Ballad of the silent grave tells a sorrowful tale. Acceptance in the dust under stars that misbehave. Revenge just a ghost among the stones of each grave. Every line rings like the last breath of a man alone. Echoes off the canyon walls through the marrow and bone. Out where the wind whispers secrets to the dead, a ghost town sleeps under the moon's weary gaze. In the heart of the night, a church burns ruby red. Memories smolder in the glow of its blaze. A lone bottle clinks, echoes of old sin, as dust devils dance with the weight of the past. The whistle of a train, mournful and thin, carries tales of a love never meant to last. Gone with the burning barn, whispers turn to cries. Ashes tell the story under cold starlit skies. Love's sweet facade, now a bitter web of scars. All that's left is the dust and a few smoldering bars. She was a flame, burning fierce and wild, in a land too parched to hold her fire. Promises made, the heart beguiled, betrayal the spark, revenge the funeral pyre. Forgotten graves line the path to perdition,
Each step on cursed land, a torment to bear. Her laughter haunts with cruel precision, a spectral melody drifting through the air. Gone with the burning barn, secrets laid to waste. Each ember a fragment of the love I once chased. What's left isn't enough to salvage or to mourn, just shadows dancing in the light of a fire reborn. Now face to face with a ghost in the flame, her voice a serenade, a siren's call to blame. The gun in my hand weighs heavy with regret, but vengeance is a debt, and it's one I aim to set. Gone with the burning barn, the past put to rest. With each pull of the trigger, I confess a heart can only take so much deceit and scorn. Now I ride with the dawn like a man reborn. Dark and silent deserts keep my secrets buried deep in the endless whispering sands. Let the old ghost weep.
Red moon's eerie light, dust swirls where the black horse had ride. Bottles clink in the ghost town silence, whispers float from the saloons past violence. Midnight strikes in the devil's deal, under starlit skies, fate's cruel wheel. Echoes of a train that never arrives, life's a shadow in these cursed dives. He walked with a bounty on his soul, loved a woman whose heart he stole. In the chapel where the vows were said, flames danced high, love was left for dead. Midnight calls in the devil's grasp, in silent deserts the lost love's gasp. Burning churches light the forsaken plains, where hope is a ghost and only sorrow remains. Staring down the barrel of his sins, he sees her face in the wind's harsh spins. The truth strikes like a viper's bite in the desert's cold under haunting moonlight. In the devil's eyes, a gunslinger's oath, the life of lies. Yet in the darkness a soul might find a shot at redemption, or leave it all behind. With each chord strummed on a lonely guitar, this tale unwinds like a wound unscarred, telling a story as old as the hills, shadowed under moonlit chills. where the wild sagebrush blows. Underneath that crimson sky, spogoting glow. There's a path tread bare by boots and crows, whiskey bottle buried where the cold wind moans. The echoes of train whistle, ghostly and low, mark the miles of the damp and those they chose. Blood on the lonely road, shadows stretch and bend, whispers of the vengeful, the beginning starts at the end. Every step I take, each mile I roam, is a tale of dust and bones on this cursed trail alone. Once knew love sweet as desert rain, her laughter now just whispers cross this haunted plain. A church once stood holy and bright, now just charred ruins under the moon's pale light. Promises made, sworn in the heat of the night, betrayed by the dawn, left to reckon with spite. Blood on the lonely road where silence holds rain, ghosts of the past and every footprint remain. With each faded cross under skies overthrown, I walk this cursed path forever alone. Bloodshot eyes meet a ghost. The man I once was, now just a whisper smoke in this land of forgotten graves and unspoken fears. I face the sins of my past through the trails of tears. This tale's mine to own. In the dust of revenge, my fate's etched in stone. Forsaken love, in the silence I tone, forever wandering on this lonely road alone. The strings twang a mournful melody as the song closes. The image of the lone traveler disappearing into the vast, haunted expanse of the desert, his story echoing in the wind. In the shadow of a ghost town, under twilight's mournful sway, whiskey bottle lying and 'tis the church begins to fray. Hoofbeats echo through the valley like a train's lonesome cry, past the barn that's caught in flames, reaching for the sky. Riding through the burning barn, smoke blurring right and wrong, haunted by love so fierce, now nothing but a song. Ashes rain on cursed lands where once my heart did yearn. Through the fire past old sins, too late for me to turn. She was sunlight through the dust storm, now she's shadows in the wind. Betrayed by whispers, trading love for a sin. Her laughter now just echoes through the silent starry waste. Every memory scorched and sealed by the past bitter taste. Riding through the burning barn, embers sting my haunted eyes.
so clear. I see her face in every spark, feel her presence so near. Was it vengeance or salvation that this burning path has wrought? Among these flames I find the battles I have fought. Riding through the burning barn where all my ghosts reside, letting go of old regrets that in my heart did hide. As beams collapse around me, this outlaw's tale unfolds. In the ashes of my sins, a new life bravely molds. Riding toward the dawn, knowing every end is just a place to start a new reborn.
In the shadow of a church where no prayers are said, burning embers light the stories, the living and the dead. A whisper on the wind from the lips of a ghost town sigh. He rides a dusty trail where even shadow dare not lie. For love he traded his wicked crown in a cursed land where hopes are drowned through the silent deserts beneath the blood-red moon. The devil's lost love, gone like a fleeting tune. A locket filled with yesteryears beneath the weeping willows. He once loved a mortal, pure as the driven snow, but whispers turned to shouting in the clapboard house they made. Now only whiskey bottles tell of the bargain that he paid. For love he faced the heaven scorn. In the ghost of her embrace he's eternally forlorn. Underneath the stark and endless sky on that lonely dune, the devil's lost love vanished with the crescent moon. On the outskirts of redemption he heard the train's sad song echo in the heartache where all his dreams went wrong. In a mirror of the dust storm his tears were like the rain, dancing with her memory he'll never love again. With revenge he finds no solace, just a bitter taste. Resignation fills his longing in the endless ghostly waste. Through the silent deserts beneath the cursed monsoon, the devil's lost love, a tale hushed beneath the swoon. Every line evokes the essence of a haunted desert ballad, weaving a dark and poignant story set against a backdrop of desolate landscapes and supernatural longing.